to ask you about some other college basketball news that was a little bit aside from the tournament. Brett Underwood gets hired at Illinois. What was your reaction to that?
I think it's a really good hire. He plays a really exciting brand of basketball, and there have been names thrown around the Illini job, which I thought were maybe a little lofty. People keep wondering here. There's a disconnect. Champaign, Illinois is about 180 miles south of Chicago. And there's a disconnect between what happens down there and what happens in Chicago, which is the University of Illinois' biggest alumni base. And it's strange. It's almost like city mouse, country mouse type deal. So there are people who are upset that people in Chicago might be upset about Underwood's hiring. I don't think that anyone here was saying, oh, well, the Illinois has to go out and get a Coach K type. I think there's a big misconception from Illini fans on what the job is. There are people here that will tell you that this is a top 25 job, and I don't think that that's the case. I think it's a top 30 to 40 job. I would probably say, probably closer to 40. But this hire is great. They have a close to top 10 recruiting class coming in. And now the question for Underwood will be, can he keep those guys going to Champaign, or are they going to look at themselves and say, I need to change? I think that his style of play is going to allow them to keep that class, or at least most of that class there, because it's exciting, it's fun, it's up and down, it's what kids want to play now. There was talk that the Illini were looking at Tony Bennett, and Virginia basketball is fine and it's successful, but there isn't a kid in America, and I don't think really any kids in the Chicago public schools that want to play that style of basketball.
No. I have a hard time believing that. Look, I was stunned when I saw that Brad Underwood got that job. Number one, because I didn't think he was available, number one. And then number two, look, it was just a home run hire for a team that and for a program that I hadn't heard his name even pop up, right? So great job by the U of I to be able to pull him in.
Let me connect the dots for you too. So I'm watching the Oklahoma State game. It was a fantastic game, right? Them playing Michigan.
Right.
And while that game's going on, and Oklahoma State is fighting for their lives, Mike Gundy tweets out how he's out and hunting snakes, right? So the football coach is out hunting snakes. Meanwhile, Northwestern, where's Northwestern's football coach? Sitting on the bench with Chris Collins and the team. So it kind of gives you a sense of that at Oklahoma State, Underwood probably felt like a second-class citizen. He is going to have all the support that he needs down in Champaign. They have refurbished their facilities. They're putting themselves in the top of the Big Ten when it comes to that. I think he'll do well there. I think they made a really good hire.